Happy birthday, Joe.
Joe.
We need a microphone.
I'm not as fast as these guys. I'm a little slower. So I can't join.
That's not loose, huh? Don't get too close. Huh? You get one to quick.
I'm not really going to be 50. What's the good news? What's the good news? I guess that's the first sign of getting old. It's lying. I never lied in my life.
Everybody that has, privileged us with their attendance today to celebrate Joe's 50th birthday.
When do we pick our pick?
At least a gold star the way she made it.
Yeah, I did have to take you.
I know which ones you had to pick.
And also, I really want to have a special thank you because without, well, of course, all of you being here makes it very special, but without a few people, I would have never been able to pull this off. To begin with was Roy and Pearl. No volunteer. I mean, raise your hand.
I officially want to volunteer to be the other.
I mean, I got to take you to dinner.
Right,
Okay.
No, the lunch, the movie.
I got to promise that to everybody. Oh, don't stand out here and freeze to death. There was a few things that I know people really wanted to say.
Joe.
Yeah, how old are you really?
We
all forgot what it was.
But, some of them are older than you.
I can't remember now.
But
Should have waited till they had some more beer
I
to
have a few
drink.
things to say about you or to you.
About you.
Or about you.
So first I'd like to see, I'm Dick Becerre, who's very good at speaking.
I don't know about that.
Sorry,
The only difference in this story and the one that I'm going to relate to you guys is that there's not enough beer cans around here. So if you can imagine the story that happened one night in Las Vegas many, many years ago, more than we like to admit to, right? And the gentleman that was here earlier, Patrick, who some of you met, you might have noticed this big scar under his right eye and this huge lump that still sits there, right? It just happens that, we were playing in a game, the old Budman team, right? And we happened to have a game at 11 o'clock at night, one night, with this team. And we start playing this game, and we start drinking. And we're playing, and this game goes on. And this umpire starts to get on Joe's nerves. Now, you got to understand, Joe doesn't get mad. Ed gets mad. Joe doesn't get mad. So you know the relationship in the family, right? And Joe doesn't get mad, all right? So all of a sudden, this umpire keeps saying, bring the ball down, bring the ball down. Joe says, what are you trying to do? Have somebody get killed? And, and this umpire just keeps going at him, right? So Joe goes, okay. So he says, and he throws this low line drive. Well, it just happens. This guy swings, hits the ball, and hits Patrick right square in the eye. Okay, just about kill him. And Joe jumps all over the umpire, of course. See what you're doing, and gets thrown out of the game. And he gets thrown out of the game. Now, this isn't a championship round, right? You got to understand, the only guy that we had left to play was to put Patrick back in the game with his eyes completely shut, right? So we proceed to lose this game because Joe wasn't there to get our and because a couple of our other hitters didn't produce either at the very end in the last thing. So we proceed to say, this is one of those nights, right? You go out in the parking lot, and there happened to be a Budweiser truck out in the parking lot, right?
You didn't drink your try.
And this is like 2 o'clock in the morning, right? about 2 o'clock in the morning about this time. So we proceeded to do a roast, which you're going to be doing here tonight with children. And we sat around and everybody had to get in the middle. And you've never heard so many stories about the Budmen and other people in your entire life. And we drank and drank and drank. But then guess what? Then you have to drive back into downtown, right? So this is like at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And a couple of the wives might have been
Not me.
okay. So we're going down the strip, right? And all of a sudden the doors start going over because the traffic's all backing up, right? And everybody's running for bathrooms in the hotels, right? So they're getting left because the cars are going and people all finally get back. But it was one of those nights that if you ever had a roast that you wish you could repeat, I hope Joe has that same kind of a roast tonight. He was one hell of a good friend. We've known him for a lot of years.
Where's my jacket, Grandma? Where'd you put the jacket? In the bed. Hey, Tammy.
Hey, they're calling you.
Eddie.
You're up.
My letter. Okay, next. Okay, never mind that, Tammy. My letterman.
Your letterman jacket, I think it's there hanging up. One or the other.
Yeah, but I hung it up. Ed, you're up. Ed, you're up.
Well, you're not supposed to start a roast like this, but I couldn't have asked for a finer brother-in-law.
Oh, gee.
Okay, that's it.
Very good, thank you.
They can't check.
Is that because he's an alcoholic? Come on, what's the reason here, pal?
No, I'm serious about that. I'm glad to see that he is 50, because now he's in my bracket.
Mine
for a
too.
while, for a couple of years anyway. And let's see, what can I think about him? Oh, I know. There's a couple of ex-employees of 7-Up, including Joe and a couple of friends over there, and me now. And it reminds me of a coalition of, why we all got laid off from 7-Up. And I think I found the problem. Ever since we brought him aboard, right? I remember a golf tournament we had. And he happened to be in a foursome with the vice president in charge of everything, right?
Oh. This guy's
So, yeah, so, Joe, of course, is, having a great game, And they're at the tee box, waiting, tee off. Vice president is sitting in one of those oak, benches. Joe goes over there, flops his butt down, and they both go over down the hill. I don't know if that has anything to do with all of us being laid off. There could be some coalition there.
It's true, and the people in our foursome were jumping on top of me to get to that vice president.
They're trying to help him up, stepping all over Joe. But, not to blame or anything, but that's about it.
I can
Thanks.
Well, I can think of a lot more, but we're a mixed company.
That's right. My daughter's here.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
To Lake Tahoe. It's been several years ago. Joe had been working very hard, and he thought, I'm going to go out there and lay in that hammock. So he goes out there, he sits in it, and and dumps him in the mud.
After he saw another woman get dumped the same way. He was dumb enough to...
It wouldn't happen to him, Mike.
Mrs. Fisher. My first reaction is to dig really deep, okay? And to do him really hard, right?
It's all right.
We really tried, but everybody that knows Joe knows that we couldn't do that. I wanted to give you a tissue before I rested. Oh, jeez.
Am I going to need one?
My husband and I sat in a bar, okay, and wrote this.
Good choice. Good choice.
Where's he at?
He's right there. There he is. Bob is over there. Bob, get over here. Bob, get over here. Come on. There's a group of people here that had daughters who played on the softball team with Laura, and Joe coached them. Oh, we've known Joe since he was about, 42?
Way back.
Anyway, bear with me, please. I'll do my best. There once was a coach named Joe.
He lived in Ontario. For some reason, he was in big demand. After you know him, it's easy to understand. He taught our girls well, and he became their friend. But when there was a bad call, what hair was left stood on end. The body language that we saw as he hung his head low. He paced the field of dirt and thought, we knew he was ready to blow. He'd huff and he'd puff, and he'd shout at the blue. Time blue, is that rule something new? Back in the stands, our thoughts ran through. We're like, hey, you blind bat, screw you! All through the years, he had a big heart of gold. But he's 50 now, and he's getting old. The City of Chino Softball League has never been the same, for no one will compare the way Joe coached the game. You have a reputation. You're known as the nice guy. No one could ever fill your shoes, and everyone knows why. On behalf of your friends that played ball, happy birthday, first of all. You've always been a favorite to us. We love you, Joe. Always. Speed nuts.
Real quickly, John, I work with John at In-N-Out here, and he's a very good friend of mine. So those who don't know him, some of you may not.
When I heard this was going to be a roast, I thought that maybe people would have things to say that would be unkind. And I realize now that there isn't too much to say unkind about this young man.
Not at all.
He and I have a great time together at work, and we do have a lot of fun at lunch. I've discovered that Joe is the perfect companion at lunch because he's happy with everything. Everything from fish tacos to Chinese food. He's always happy. We eat very few of those, to be really honest with you. But Joe has an attitude that's just fantastic, and I can see why so many people are here to honor him. Because he's easygoing and always pleasant. And he works hard and he's got a lot of talent. Now, I understand that he's a heck of a cook. I've never had a chance to try any of his food. But I brought him something today because I think he needs to have a uniform that a lot of cooks have worn in the past. And maybe he can make that thing work.
Are you going to go to work for In-N-Out?
Thanks, I guess so.
No, that's for him to enjoy when he's out
Thank you.
cooking in the backyard.
Serving hamburgers tomorrow, Joe.
So keep that in mind.
All right.
And his wife is here.
And his wife.
Forget the other part of it.
What? See, as you know, I've known Jones, 12? You're 11 or 12, right?
Yeah, 3 years.
Yeah.
50 years.
How long?
53
years, right. There's so many things I could say that, as you probably well know, we've gone through so much stuff. It would take me from now until probably next week. He's got me into more trouble than I think any of my friends. But I think one of the fondest memories I have of Joe, as you guys know, I used to play in a band when I was in school. Yeah. On Saturdays, we were teenagers, and I was playing this band. One of the big things we used to do was play weddings, right? It's what's better than to do. He was my personal roadie. Come on, Joe, we're going to go do a wedding. And he, yeah, why not, you know? Free food, free beer, usually.
Joe's there.
Okay.
So one of the fondest memories I have is that I found out that they really didn't hire the band for the entertainment. They hired us because Joe would be there and he'd be the center. I still have fond memories looking out, and there would be Joe starting the conga line, right? Pretty soon, it wasn't probably near the end of the wedding that I would look out there, and he'd have the garter around his head, right? And he'd be, you know, everyone would be toasting him. He would be, you know, incredible. So I know somewhere out there in Southern California, there's some albums, wedding albums, where both the husband and the wife are going, who is that? Because he's right in the middle, with a garter. And that's the memories I got of Joe. I couldn't.
They claim that one. Now, this is your wife, Carrie, right? Now what you're telling me? Okay. I've known Joe for how many years? Too many.
17,
Has it been
probably
that
about
long like
7,
that?
yeah, 17, 18.
Before I met Joe, I knew Eddie, so let's get the story real straight right here.
Don't blame me.
It was bad enough I knew Eddie, then he said my brother-in-law is going to come to work for us. This is when he worked at 7-Up. Joe I liked. Eddie was...
We're roasting him.
Oh, yeah, right. But he's a hell of a guy. Did you see the way he stuck up to John, his new boss at In-N-Out? Now, I thought that was pretty good. Now, what you tell me about John and what you said today is a little bit different. Not a bad thing. Not a bad thing. So I can remember, I got to tell one story when me and Joe worked together. We were doing a night job. I think it was at Q's grocery chain at the time. And when we're doing these night jobs, everything's interchanging. Everybody's there from cookies, chips, and we're there from 7-Up. Well, Joe at that time didn't have a lot of money because I could tell because Joe had a shoe on. One of the soles, remember the soles in those days when the front of your shoe went off and it used to flap? Well, Joe said, I got to go to the bathroom, I'll be right back. Well, I didn't care. I kept on doing like that. Then all of a sudden, about 10 minutes later, I hear this coming down the aisle. And here's Joe coming down the aisle. He sounds like a one-man band. I mean, it was so funny. So I had to give Joe a couple bucks and finally got that sold. Back up on the shoe.
The one-man marching band.
Oh, yeah,
I remember
exactly.
that.
Remember that one there, Joe?
Yes, I do.
Yes, I do, very well.
And one time Joe was telling me and Eddie he was a pretty good golfer, so we went out and played golf with Joe one time. Eddie, you probably remember this. He was over in, God, I want to say it wasn't West Covina, but over there where Bruce and us used to play. And let's say West Covina Golf Course, that's what it was. And you were teeing off. Well, the tee-off areas in them days, they used to have big rocks, the blue, the white, whatever. You were teeing off, and me and Eddie was standing right here. Eddie was right here, and I'm right here, and you were telling us, guys, you guys pretty good golfers? And Ed says, yeah, you know, we played. Well, watch this, guy. Well, Ed teed off. I mean, Joe teed off, brother. Hit this rock in front of us. With his golf ball. The ball came back between me. He missed both. He could have killed both of us like that. And we're saying, Joe, you are a hell of a golfer. I'll tell you what. Yeah, exactly. I'll tell you what. When you know this guy, he's a good friend. He's a great guy. And happy 5th. Is that dog years?
Okay, Denise.
All right, well, I think probably I'm the one who's known Joe the shortest amount of time out of all of you. But I would have to say in the short time that I've known Joe and Carrie and Laura and everyone that's been associated with him, it's been some of the best times that I can remember having.
Thank you.
And
This is a roast.
I know. But I don't know.
If she doesn't have anything bad to say, she doesn't have anything bad to say.
Let's go with the talk, right? Going out of games and stuff. I don't have anything really to pull from here. I could talk about Carrie. That is
Thank you,
rich. I love
Denise.
it.
But anyway, but I'm very glad to know you and
Thank you.
been
Thank you.
Something Terry said kind of reminded me. You know, I've known Joe and Carrie and Laura, what, about 8, 9 years now? And kids always been good friends. We coached together all these years. And, you know, Joe was a little bit tough on umpires at times. But luckily for Bob and I, we had Joe there as a buffer. We, you know, calmed us down. You know, the older father looking after us. One game in particular, I remember one year we moved up. We decided to play with the older girls. We've done everything that we've done with the girls. We decided to move up with the step. And I remember a game that we're playing one of our friends' teams, Jim Feener's team. And it's like, you know, we're living for this. We're living for this all season. We get to play them, and you know, we're just living for it. And I think somebody, who was there? You missed that game.
I missed the game.
You missed the game.
Carrie missed
But
it.
anyways, we beat them. But there's time limits to these games. And, you know, we got this game going, and it's pretty intense. You know, it's a close game, and, you know, we're just nipping at the umpire. And Joe in particular, I was kind of in the background, and Bob, we just want to be quiet. But, you know, Joe's nipping at him, and then Jim's in the other dugout. He's nipping at this guy. Pretty soon the guy's had enough. He throws Joe out of the game. And we have like, maybe about 3 or 4 minutes left. And I'm thinking, brilliant move, delay the game. So anyway, so he gets thrown out of the game. He's got to leave the field. The other coach gets a warning, you know, and he's almost getting thrown out. And I figure, shit, I'm next. But that was brilliant, you know. And one time he did get thrown out. So I mean, you said he almost got thrown out. Do you remember the time he did get tossed? And it was an enjoyable experience. It was beautiful, but it was a good tactic there. Delay the game, get thrown out. Beat up about 10 minutes time with the umpire. But it's just, you know, can't say enough about Joe being a gentleman. It's just been a pleasure knowing him.
Thanks.
I don't have anything good to say about it. Been someplace. We were gonna, Joe and I decided, well, let's play a little round of golf. Well, this place we were staying at had, I think it was supposed to be a golf course, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The fog was coming in, it was really cold. We grabbed a couple clubs apiece and some balls.
12 pack.
And, well, actually we didn't. It was too cold. So, we tee off, and there's so many gopher holes in this place, you couldn't find the ball after you hit the ball. So, and I don't even think we could find which direction to go, because he had little markers which way to hit the ball over. And so Joe hits his ball, and it hits a sign. Was it a sign or something? And it came right back at it, just like one of those. So, good golfer. And then I went to hit a ball, and it rolled in the hole. But it wasn't the hole where the flag was. It went in a gopher hole. So, needless to say, it was pretty cold, and we were kind of running to play this game real quick. And but it was just kind of funny. But it was a lot of fun. Joe's a lot of fun to hang around, and we had a good time. But next time, pick a better golf course.
Everything about it. I know things about him that I can't tell you.
No, I know.
He had the cutest curls. Mine would not cut him off, and I kept telling her, Mom, you've got to cut his hair. No, they're cute, they're cute. And one day I was taking him for a buggy ride, and these
Their shoulders
And someone came up to us and told me how cute my sister was. So I went home and I told Mom, you've got to cut his hair. He's a boy. And then one time, I remember this, when we first moved into this house that we lived on Fern Street, in what used to be called South San Gabriel, which I now understand is Rosemead. And Joe was never in trouble with my mother, but this one day he got himself into trouble with Mom. But he happened to have been schlepping around in my dad's shoes. And so my mom went to smack him one, and he fell back on the couch, and Dad's shoes flew up in the air, and my mom almost busted up laughing. She couldn't do anything. She couldn't smack him. She couldn't do anything. She had to leave the room. She was busting up laughing. But we had some good times. We've done a lot together. We've worked together. We've seen both of our parents go, and a sister, and you know, I just love my brother to death, and I'm so happy that we were a big family. A lot of people think that my mom was stupid because she had 8 kids, and I think my mom was pretty smart because we're very.
No, I was right in the middle.
There's Shirley. There she is. God, looking all over for you. Okay, another sister.
Well, the way I see it, if this is a true roast, we should have had all those damn umpires here tonight. Roasted his ass. But,
Yeah, really.
Joe and I, we never had any rifts. We got along so well. I mean, I think he even let me walk to school with him when we were in high school. But Pat and I, I have lots to say about Pat. You know, I'd kick his ass right in the front yard. Take it outside, and we did. Joe and I, we got along so well. I hardly have much to say about.
Oh, happy 50th birthday, man. Who would have thought, right? It's been a while, so. There's so many things I could say, except that I'm not going to take up all the tape because I know we'll probably take now until next year, but I just want to say happy 50th birthday. Keep going, man. Maybe we can do 50 more. I want to reminisce, but like I said, it would take the rest of this tape up, so maybe later on I'll regale some people with some stories, but I just want to say happy 50th, and it's so nice to know that you're still around, and I'm still around, because we still have a couple good years left, I hope.
Hey Joe, just wanted to wish you a happy 50th birthday. You know, you're over the hill now, so I had to get you some denture cream and all that fun stuff. But anyways, you've always been like the best softball coach for me ever, like teaching me how to hit and catch and all that stuff. And look at me now, I don't even play softball anymore. But you have to make sure to go to all my games next year for basketball, wherever I choose to go, and hopefully I get you to ref some of my games again. But anyways, just wanted to wish you a happy birthday.
Oh, it's been a pleasure to be invited to celebrate your birthday, your 50th birthday, I understand. I thought it was about the 44th, but because of your attitude, you're certainly a pleasant fellow to spend time with, and I really enjoy having you as my partner. I hope that you have many, many, many more years because we really need you. And thank you very much for all the good work you do.
Hey Joe, happy birthday. Bob and I were out in the back just talking just now, and we were thinking that, you know, we were so successful coaching softball was because Bob and I always looked to you as a father figure, because you're much older than we are. But I think that's why we're successful, because we had the respect for you, because you were the older guy, and you kind of put us under your wing, and we just we're like playing ball with Dad. And anyways, hope to wish you a happy 50th birthday, and we want to be here 10 more years from now celebrating number 60 with you. Have a great day.
Hi Joe, happy birthday. I sure miss you guys in our neighborhood. It's been kind of lonely over there without you guys. Looks like Joe and I are right behind you in the age thing though. Just want to wish you a happy birthday. Happy 50th birthday. You know I love you so much. And even though Mom always loved you best. But oh well, I think I'm getting over it. Have a great day.
Hey Joe, happy 50th birthday. Been a long, long time. We've been friends for a long time. Couldn't miss it. We've got Patrick here too, so hopefully you'll be home soon and we can spend some time together and talk about some of the old times, some of the good times and some of the bad times. And I think you know we have a lot of stories to tell. So, you know, happy birthday and best wishes from all of the Basir family.
Happy birthday, Joe. You're the best brother a sister could ever have. We have had so much fun together going out to dinners and baseball games and softball games and everything else. And I just hope that that this is a wonderful birthday for you, and I hope that we did manage to keep it a surprise. God bless you, and I love you.
Congratulations on turning 50. We miss you out there watching you coach softball. I'm very nervous. You're not here yet. We're excited for you to get here. I'm very happy to be here. I wrote you a poem We tried to be me. We tried so hard to be me on the phone, but I couldn't do it. Anyway, happy birthday. We love you.
Hi, Joe. Happy 50th. Really glad to be here. Waiting here for you so we can surprise you. Tomorrow's the Super Bowl. I don't know when you're going to see this, but you're definitely more than welcome to come over. Thanks for putting up with my daughter for all these many years on Speed Nuts. You sure put in a lot of time and did a great job, and we all love you for that, and all the good times partying together and before and after, playing some golf recently, and just a lot of good memories, and hopefully we'll have many, many more. Okay? Thanks a lot, and have a happy birthday.
Joe, how you doing? Happy 50th. Man, you are old. I'll never be as old as you are, that's for damn sure. Hey? Been a hell of a lot of fun doing the ball thing. Great meeting you with our kids. All BS aside, it's been a wonderful friendship. I wished I would have known you earlier. In any case, can't wait for you to see this, because when you see this, that's the day I'm closer to kicking your ass in tennis. See you later.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Joe. Hope you enjoyed your afternoon. I know we had a good time last night with the ribs all around our face. So anyway, the big 5-0. Yeah, you're catching up. I think we used to be far apart when you were 40s. Now you're in the 50s with me. So anyway, happy birthday and many more. And let's see, what's that saying? Birthdays aren't bad because the more you have on birthdays, the longer you live. So, happy birthday, guy. Bye.
Hey, Joe, happy 50th birthday. Just wanted to say it's been great knowing you these years and getting to know your family and all the things that surround you and all the people that surround you. And I'm glad that I've had this opportunity to wish you a happy birthday, and I hope that we have many more years of being friends. Bye. Have a great time.
It's been about 40 years since we've known each other, through hundreds of pickup basketball, baseball, softball, tackle football, whatever, and who would have thought we'd still be here after that long a time. Hope everything is great and you'll have another great 50 years. Congratulations.
Hi, Uncle Joe. Happy birthday. Remember the time when I was like 2 that you set down your soda and I picked it up and took a sip, but it wasn't soda, it was beer? That was funny, huh? Okay. Well, have a happy birthday. I love you.
Hey, Joe, I hear it's your 50th birthday, but Christ, I thought that was about 10 years ago, but I'll go with the crowd tonight and everything like that. But I got one story, Joe. Remember when me and you were Jews? We worked for 7-Up together. I'm just going to say one thing, Joe. Remember the one-man band? I think that was you, Joe, with your shoe like that. Anyway, that was one of the funniest things that me and you ever did together like that. And anyway, Joe, on the serious side, I want to wish you a happy 50th and many, many more birthdays, Joe. Happy birthday, Joe.
Well, happy birthday, Joe. You made it to 50. I just want you to know that you're one of my favorite brother-in-laws, and actually, I look at you more like a brother. And I love you very much. You have a wonderful, wonderful birthday.